Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Lily. I am so happy you're here with me. In today's video, I am going to do a flip through of 3 new mini junk journals. These are 3 super cute junk journals in a size that I don't typically work with. They're about 4.5 by 5.5, and then I have the third one, which is about 4 by 6. So I'm calling these mini junk journals. And what's fun about these junk journals is I repurposed a box to create them, and I have a video showing you that entire process, and I'm going to link it right above over here if you'd like to go see how I made them from beginning to end. But in today's video, I'm just going to flip through them very quickly and show you all of the little extra embellishments that I added. Let me bring one up for you. This is one of those journals. Look at how beautiful it is. It is made from a box. It is covered with beautiful fabric. And then I used beautiful satin ribbon for the closure. And then on the spine, I added a doily. And then I also added some beautiful beads. Can you see that? Once I flip the camera over and I'm in the crafty loft, you'll see up and close what these look like. There are book corners. And this one has 3 signatures. Isn't this super stinking cute? I've got 2 others to show you. This is a brief video because they're tiny and so stinking cute. By the way, these are available in my Etsy shop, and I will have that link in the description area below. Are you ready to see the flip through so I can show you how beautiful these journals are? Let's go. I had so much fun making these 3 journals, and it all started with the one in the middle. I had no intention of making these other 2, but I loved the size so much that I wanted to recreate it again. This is a new to me size. I've never worked on such small journals before, but I love the way they feel in my hand. They are, I want to say, almost like the perfect size. This one here measures 4 by 6, and I've embellished it with this beautiful metal charm which reads Trust. They all have 4 Tim Holtz book corners, and then they're all wrapped with beautiful satin ribbon. The floral fabric is my favorite, and I think I have used just about all of this one on these 2 here, the lighter colored ones. You'll see that this one only has 2 signatures while the others will have 3. And then this one features a string of beads and these beautiful roses that I have strung down the center of the spine. And then I've added this larger cotton doily. I love this one so much. It is so beautiful. It is so pretty. I love the rose pattern, and I believe those may even be hydrangeas on that fabric. Here's a bird's eye view of the journal. Isn't it just so pretty and petite? I almost want to call it pretty and pink. And then, oh my gosh, look what I did. I created little mini little house envelope pockets. This is something brand new. I'm going to link the video how to make these up above. They are so stinking easy and so stinking cute. Because I like to add a little house envelope pocket to all of my journals, I needed to create a design that was small enough to fit in these junk journals. And I went through my supplies and I did some brainstorming, and I came up with the perfect solution. If you would like to learn how to make the easiest little house envelope pockets if you've been following, you know that I make the larger little house envelope pockets, or like my signature little house envelope pockets. This is a mini version of those, and they turned out so cute. You will not believe how easy they are. And just watch that video because it's gonna blow your mind how easy it was to make these mini versions of my little house envelope pocket. Anyway, back to the flip through. The beads that I strung down the center of the spine, those are removable, and you could just cut the string off. But I love how they look, and it was a complete accident how those came about, and I talk about it in a video where I show you how I make these 3 little junk journals from beginning to end, and I will have that video linked for you up above. The papers that I used for the signatures are all made up from grungy hand-stained papers that I made. I have a video showing you how I do that, and I will share that with you up above and in the description area below. There are about, let's see, 88 pages in that journal front to back. And then the other 2 have about 84 pages front to back. And these have 3 signatures, and they are slightly larger, which they measure 4.5 by 5.5 inches. And then this one has a beautiful metal charm, which reads love. And then the satin ribbon closure is a little bit wider. Here's a bird's eye view of that. And all the signatures are composed from that same grungy, hand-stained, hand-dyed paper. I love that technique. If you have any questions about anything you see here in this video, or you would like me to refer you to a video showing you how to do different things, please let me know in the comment section below. And I used some of my special beads for these little charms here on the spine. These butterfly charms are my favorite. I almost didn't use them because I've been hoarding those for a minute, but they look gorgeous on the spine. Just beautiful along with the other beads that I've used. And then the cotton doily that I used for this spine is a little bit smaller than that first one because I don't have the larger ones anymore, but I did have a few of these smaller ones. And it just looks so pretty on the spine, and then everything just coordinates so well. Even the grungy papers look so good in this journal. They are stained. I used a copy paper, a good quality, heavier weight copy paper that I hand stained, and I just love that technique. And then here is another one of the new mini version of my signature Little House envelope pockets. The back is reserved for journaling if you want. And then I've tucked in a cute little scripture card. This might boost your mood. They are so cute. And these little houses measure about 2 3/4 by 4 inches. They are so cute. They fit in the palm of your hand. I love those so much, and they are so easy to make. Like, it's gonna blow your mind how easy it is to make. My signature Little House envelope pockets, I don't think those are too difficult to make. There are some steps in there that may be a little bit tricky, but these newer little mini versions there's only one cut, you guys. You just cut one cut. Anyway, but look at these beautiful grungy papers, and I'm showing you that they are splattered with some gold paint. So every single page has a little bit of gold paint. And then I've added a handmade just for you sticker on the very last page, and each one has been signed. I usually sign my journals right as I'm packaging them, right before I ship them out. But I thought about doing it in advance just so I don't forget to do that. And then the third one is gorgeous. I love this black floral fabric. And then this metal charm reads peace. Such a cute and pretty little detail there. And then that beautiful wide satin ribbon with the book corners. There are wide eyelets holding that ribbon in place. And then here's a bird's eye view. And this one also measures 4.5 by 5.5 inches. And then I used a doily. This one is more of a cream color, and the second one I showed you is white. Added some of these beautiful butterfly beads along with an assortment of glass and plastic beads as well. But the color palette, everything just coordinates so well. I just love how these turned out. And then there's a wide eyelet at the top of the spine, which is holding it all together. I used hemp twine to bead those charms in there. Lots of room for expansion. I love a chunky journal, so I made sure that there's plenty of room for these to grow. The inside of all of these journals are lined with Anna Griffin scrapbooking paper. And then here is another mini version of the Little House envelope pocket. These can be used. I love including these in my junk journals, but they also make great gifts. In lieu of a traditional greeting card, you can always use one of these, and a gift card will fit nicely into that pocket. So it is, they are so stinking cute. I love these so much. And then I noticed that the washi tape is a little bit, or lifting a little bit. I think all washi tapes just do that, and whenever I use washi tape, I try to reinforce with a little bit of extra adhesive just to make sure that they stay in place. And then quickly flipping through the different pages. And then in the center signature strings, I used gold cardstock, punched out some hearts, and then just glued them together and sandwiched the center strings between those two hearts. I did that within each signature. I love how that turned out. I was going to add some beads, but because I added the beads on the spine, I thought about just doing these little gold hearts in the center strings. I do love how all of these grungy papers look. These are backdrops, but these journals are great for writing journals. But you can use your journals however you like. These can be art journals. You can use them for scrapbooking. I typically junk journal in a scrapbooking type of way, a little bit of junk, some scrapbooking and drawing. There's a little bit of everything in my junk journals. I'll have a playlist for you if you'd like to see how I journal in my personal junk journal. I will link that for you up above just to give you some ideas. You guys are awesome. I appreciate you being here. Don't forget, these are available in my Etsy shop. Please let me know if you have any questions. I have a brief slideshow at the very end so that you can see some images up close. I appreciate you for being here. Thank you so much, and I will see you next time. Bye.